A bill that is aimed at prohibiting gas flaring in Nigeria and aligning with international environmental standards is set for a potential second reading in the House of Representatives, sponsored by Babajimi Benson, representing Ikorodu Federal Constituency. The Anti-Gas Flaring Prohibition and Enforcement Act 2024 seeks to promote natural gas utilization, support economic growth, and reduce carbon emissions. The bill outlines that gas flaring would only be permitted under specific limited circumstances, such as immediate safety needs. It mandates that all oil and gas operators submit gas utilization plans for processing and commercializing gas that would otherwise be flared. It also establishes obligations for reporting flaring incidents to the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, that's the NUPRC. Non-compliance with the act would result in penalties, including fines of $5 per 1,000 standard cubic feet of gas flared, or higher amounts as set by NUPRC, along with potential operational suspensions or license withdrawals for repeat offenders. There are also provisions of fines of at least 50 million naira for failing to report or falsifying data on flaring incidents. The bill further provides for compensation and environmental restoration for communities impacted by gas flaring, with the NUPRC overseeing remediation efforts and assessing damages for compensation. Gas flaring in Nigeria has been on for decades. Nigerians have been complaining it is not doing any good to our environment. There have been penalties. Please take note, there have been penalties for gas flaring, but at the end of the day, we keep hearing cases of falsifying reports. We keep hearing cases of, oh, the penalty is too small. That is why these people are still flaring gas, and it seems like nothing is being done about it. Mazi, what would you say about this bill?
My good friend, I think like I've always said, talk is cheap. Good policy, good presentation. But what about the implementation? Like you said, we have been hearing about gas flaring all along, decades. But what has been done? Like you said, now the penalty has been very small. Our law should be amended. And if it is now finally passed into law and the president signs it, who will carry the implementation? Oftentimes, the riverine areas complain of gas flaring, the pollution there, the hazard nature of the land and the land and other things there. The food crops are withered away. Yet, every year, every now and then, we hear that government is putting on other inquiries or policies that will reduce or regulate it. But have you seen it being implemented? Not that I'm negative of whatever the government is doing, but the implementation of any good thing is the key.
So why do you think this is not being, why do you think the policies on gas flaring, according to your analysis, is not being implemented?
Is it today it has started? When Buhari came on board, I think he stood a committee, or that was the first thing he said he was going to attack. He didn't see it. He didn't, I mean, still up till now, Buhari governed or ruled this country for 8 years. Still we are reporting it. Still we are saying it. See the villagers, the community are still complaining. And you are asking me. The issue is that talk is cheap. It's a corruption is key. It could be that next arrangement was made or had been made, but where are they? The communities are they being compensated? If they've been compensated, why are they crying?
But Mazi, this is a new administration. This is a different. Let me not call it new. This is a different administration. You already mentioned previous administrations.
You are dragging my feet outside. When it was the new administration, when it was coming on board, what he said? He said he was going to continue, or he's going to continue from where the previous administration stopped.
And now this is a bill. And this is a bill to handle the case you talked about the people in the environment crying, in your words. This bill is going to handle compensation For the neighboring communities.
Who is going to implement the bill when passed into law? Are they not the same politicians that will corner it, that will do it in their own favor? Unless you begin to get people who can serve selflessly, people who have the interest of the masses at heart, people who have the fear of God, people who said tomorrow is more important than today. Unless when we get it, that we will not begin to say when bill is passed into law, the implementation is key. But how many bills that have been passed into law? Is it electoral bill? You want me to take it to that electoral bill that will pass into law?
Are you saying there was no bill? Are you saying there was no bill? Mazi, are you saying there's no bill that has been passed into law that has been implemented? Is that what you're saying?
Most of them, 100, 1,001 of them, thousands and hundreds of them. Go and check the records.
Should I remind you of one, Mazi? Should I remind you of one?
Yeah, do.
The national anthem. Alright, Mazi.
Yeah. Okay,
why are you laughing? Mazi, what is that? It was passed.
The speed with which the national anthem was passed. Why is it that the speed was not used in passing the minimum wage? Why is it that the speed has not been passed?
Okay.
They have not been used in implementing the soft landing of the suffering of this country? Why is it that the same speed has not been used to reduce cost of governance? Why is it that the same speed has not been used to reduce cost of living, cost of inflation? The inflation is now what? 32.7% as of September. Why is it that the same speed that was used to pass the national anthem hurriedly passed? Okay, let me remind you another one. The speed that was used to appoint the Chief Justice of the Federation. The speed. And there were so many things that happened. So anyway, what I say, if you want me to give you more, I'll give you more because by the grace of God, I have retentive memory and I can go on and on.
All right.
These people passed.
All right, Mazi. You know, I asked you earlier why you think the bill or the policies on gas flaring, which you made reference to, are not being implemented. You know, there's a school of thought. Some people feel like certain people are gaining or benefiting from it.
That is what I'm saying. If I say corruption, what does that mean? Some people are benefiting from there. Some people wouldn't like it. That is just like the state police we are talking about. Some people that are benefiting from it. What about even the petroleum product? Some people, I remember the group managing director of an NPCL said that why they remove the subsidy, I'm trying to digress, is because an individual can buy a truckload of PMS at 600 something thousand and now smuggles it outside this country and make gain of 17 million, and that is why people don't want to end the subsidy sincerely. Our president said the subsidy was gone. Has it gone? When I was on air sometime and I said they are still paying subsidy because Air blew the trumpet that they are still paying the subsidy. They denied it. But today, I will not say pay the subsidy. Because of the cabal, some people are benefiting from the gas flaring. That's why they will not allow it to see the end of it. That is why even though the bill is passed into law, implementation is key. They will suppress it. My dear.
Let us be optimistic, Mazi.
It's a good thing, but the implementation, who are the players of that bill? Who will implement it?
That's what I'm asking. Mazi, let's talk about that quickly. If we're saying that the implementation should be different now, this time we should actually see it being implemented and we should not have all these people falsifying this and that. What do you think should be done differently this time to enable the implementation of this bill if passed into law?
The president should, if passed into law, the president should look inward and get credible people that will implement it. Credible people. Possibly, and not. I don't want to hear that politicians are involved. And again, let there be sincerity, honesty on those that implement it. Because we have seen some of these things, like we said, there are people who will not like to see the light of the day.
All right.
Get credible people. Let it be transparently handled.
Thank you,
Let
Mazi.
the public have confidence. The public has lost confidence in this government. And that is why anybody, just like they lost confidence in INEC, lost confidence in judiciary, lost confidence in the army, lost confidence in police, let them try to rebuild it. Let them try to regain the confidence and trust of the people so that whatever they tell us, we believe. Otherwise, it's unfortunate.